light again. If anybody was just on, sorry, we had to go back to New Vegas. I don't know what it is. I cannot get Fallout 4 to stream more than a couple minutes. I thought it was just the whole camera thing. Apparently, so much more than that. So I get to play with controller. I have a bum hand right now. So we'll see how this goes. If I remember correctly, we just got some stuff from... We had to convince... We have to convince the cons that Caesar is a butthead. So I guess we'll do that. And I will continue my story. I don't think any of my story got into my last, so we'll just start from the beginning. We're going to start from the beginning. But I was really on a roll there, and that kind of sucks. Okay. Where am I going next? So we were on the Sodder family, and the Sodder family is this beautiful Italian family that lives in West Virginia, the year 1945. They are a well-respected middle-class family, and so I need to go in here. I feel like it's pointing this way. Maybe not. Let's look at the map. And everyone in town pretty much likes them, you know? They are cool. The dad loves a good debate, as all men do, you know? Who doesn't like a good debate? Says my chat is still not hooked up. Let's see if I type here. Hey. All right, that popped up. Okay. Just can't get anything to pop up. Anyways, so the dad loves a good debate. My dad loves a good debate. Who doesn't love a good debate? But that was as heated as it got. The man loved a good debate about Mussolini. And in 45, who wasn't talking about Mussolini and Hitler? And he was like, fuck Mussolini. And a lot of Italians were like, whoa, no. And that caused a lot of debates. Now, people keep this in mind. He loved a good debate. So, one day, here are the 3 odd things that happened to this family before the tragedy hit this family. I'm delivering drugs. So they had an insurance salesman come to the house, and he ended up in one of these debates with dad. Let's see. I can't tell if my chat's on or not. It just sees reconnecting. Okay. Just gonna tell my story. The insurance salesman ends up in one of these debates with dad about Mussolini. And the insurance salesman is like, Mussolini rocks. And dad is like, whoa, no. Heated. It gets heated. It gets so heated that the insurance salesman is like, hey, I'm gonna burn your fucking house down. Well, he didn't say he said, your house will burn down. You better get this insurance. And dad was like, I think you should leave. I think it's time for you to go. So he left. And, the family didn't think too much of this. Heated discussions happen. Things get said. And it's not a big deal. And they just kind of, whatever about it. The next odd thing that happens is a traveler coming through town looking for work stops at the family home to ask if they need any work done. And what's happening? No. Please don't mess. Oh, it's in red. OBS, don't you do this to me. I think I'm still on. Hopefully. So the traveler comes to the house and he is like, yo, your wiring, your house is going to burn down. And they're like, Our wiring's brand new, dude. That's not, no. So, excuse me, I'm trying to check in, see if everything is being seen. There we go. Okay. It finally says connected. All right. So let me see if it pops up. I'm sorry. That didn't even pop up. Let's see. Okay. They can see me. Chat's connected. Okay. We're officially definitely connected.
Haven't seen
okay.
A follower around here.
Traveler says, yo, this wiring, it's gonna burn your house down. And they're like, dude, our wiring, brand spanking new. Brand spanking new. And not only brand spanking new, inspected. Inspected, passed with triple stars, triple A's. Nothing's wrong with our wiring. But you have a great day. We don't need any work. And the traveler moves on. That was all that was said. They didn't think anything of it. And then, third thing they found odd before the tragedy happens is the kids start noticing that there's a car that sits away from their house, far away. There's like a bridge near their house and it sits far away from their house. And the kids are like, this car is like always there. And there are dudes in the car and they seem to be watching us. Which is sketch. Ooh, someone's doing fireworks. It's sketchy, you know? But the parents don't intervene. It's 45, you know? People don't think of things like this. So, those are the three odd things. Keep those in mind. So, Christmas Eve night. I know. So fucking sad. Oldest brother is off at, I think he's off at war. So, they have the 9 children in the house. The oldest sister has brought the younger one's toys that she earned with her job. And they're all opening gifts and they're super excited. Santa's coming. Beautiful family moment. Mwah, beautiful family moment, you know? Picturesque. Now, 5 of the youngest ones are like, Mommy, can we please stay up? And Mommy and Daddy are like, ugh. Well, I'm not staying up because I'm old. And oldest brother and oldest sister are like, yeah, I'm definitely not joining you on that endeavor either. So Mom goes, look, if you do your chores, you go out, you feed the animals, you lock the door, you close the curtains, you know, when you're done, fine. You can stay up a little bit later, but we're definitely going to bed. And the kids are like, bet, done. Great. Glad we get to stay up. Then, so Mom goes to bed. Don't think anything of it. Around midnight, I think it was. Let me see. 12:30. The phone rings. And Mom gets up to answer it. And another woman is on the other end. And there's a lot of commotion in the background, like Christmas Eve party happening. And the woman asks for somebody named like Sarah or something like that. And the mom's like, no, wrong number. There's nobody from that name. And it's just such an odd time. And the woman just kind of chuckles and hangs up. So the mom was like, fucking weird. Okay. And she looks around and she notices the oldest daughter's asleep on the couch. The older son is also asleep in the living room. And she's assuming the younger ones are up in the attic. That's where they slept. But she's looking around. She's noticing lights are, oh my God, Yeti. You scared the poo out of me, dog. Okay. Lights are on. Curtains open. Door unlocked. These kids did not do their chores. And she's just like, freaking children. As soon as they're upstairs, does them for them, goes back to bed. Then, as she's falling asleep, she hears like something hitting her roof, you know? And she's like, the fuck is that? But she's kind of already dozing off and she just like, I don't know, fucking fireworks, acorns, whatever. Doesn't think anything of it. Then, she doesn't know the exact time, because like I said, dozing off, drowsy, sleepy. She ends up waking up again to the smell of smoke. Wakes up the husband. They run out. The 2 oldest are already getting the fuck out of there. Is that math right? That math's not right. There's some more children. More children get out. but 5 left in, okay? That's the number you need to remember. 5 left in, some out, 5 in. So the dad is frantic at this point. You know, he tells mom and other kids, get back. I'm going in after them. So first and the flames are everywhere. So he breaks a window to try to get back in, and he can't. Smoke's too thick, flames everywhere. He's like, fuck, okay. Then he's like, my ladder. My ladder is always on the side of the house. I'll climb in through their window. They have to be upstairs. And he goes to the side to get his ladder. It's not there. Ladder's not there. He's like, where's my fucking ladder? So he's like, that's cool. That's cool. I can use my truck. I got some oil tank thingies. I'll drive them up. I'll climb up and I'll climb up, you know? But his trucks won't start. Neither of them, even though he was able to go to work the day before. So that was another. So at that point, there's nothing they can do. And they're taking it in that their house is burning hella fast. Uh-oh. I'm being eaten. Where are my people? I'm gonna die. Crap! I'm gonna die! Walked all this way for nothing! Oh! I had him. I killed all of them, and they killed me too. Dang it. Okay. So, what was I saying? So now at this point, all they can do is stand there and watch. They're watching the house burn. But while they're watching the house burn, oh, that was something I forgot to say. Okay. Before they ran out, the oldest daughter tried to call 911 while she was still in the house. And the phones were dead. Okay, now remember, just like an hour before, mom had just gotten a fucking phone call. Now their lines are dead. Okay? So the sister has run across down the street to the neighbor's house, called 911. Unfortunately, this is small town life. And nobody's on duty. So they finally get the chief online. Chief's like, well, I'll start the fire tree, but I can't drive the truck. And our truck's not even really where it should be right now. Anyways, excuse happens. And the fire department doesn't make it until 8 a.m. 8 hours. These people stood and watched their house burn down. And supposedly their children burn in this fire with nobody to help them, which was fucking, I don't even know what I would do in that moment. Like if I probably would have burned in the fire, because there's no way I could just stand there knowing my children were in that house. So morning comes, house is pretty much smolder at this point, nothing standing. It's completely burnt to the ground. And the captain of the police force is like, okay, we'll check things out. We'll go get counts of the bodies and all that good stuff. And usually these types of checks, you know, that determine where, like, why the fire happened, where the dead bodies are, you know, they can take a couple days. Like, these are usually pretty intense checks, even back then. I know what you're thinking. Belinda was 45. Hey, they weren't totally inept. It's not 1845. They had some technology. And it should have taken a couple days to get through this. It took them 30 minutes. 30 minutes to go, 1, no bones, none. Not a nary an evidence of a person. But that's okay, because they probably just burned in the fire. Now, we know, as our modern little brains going, I think not, sir. There's no fucking way. But put it in your pocket. Just go ahead and put it in your pocket. The chief is saying the kids definitely died in the fire. They're so dead, they're fucking ash. Okay? Also, what caused the fire? You had faulty wiring. Have a nice day. And the family's devastated, of course. And they kind of move into another house and stuff, and they end up being like, hold up. That can't be right. First of all, our wiring was brand new. Our wiring is brand new. But the cops are like, hey, nobody dislikes you in this town. There's nobody would burn your house down. That would be silly. Okay? And they're like, I don't think it's that silly of an idea. And mom even furthermore is like, now, call me crazy, I'm pretty sure bones would be left behind in a fire, no matter how hot it was burning. And she was so obsessed with this thought that she goes to the coroner. And not the coroner, the local funeral home, and the chick who works there. And she's like, what happens? Where's the temperature we're talking? Where do bones burn? And that chick is like, look, man, at my hottest temperatures, when I'm burning bodies, there's still bone left. There's still bone fragments. There's almost always bone left. And mom takes that. And she's like, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. And she even goes further than that to go past what this woman's saying. And she starts doing experiments and getting different animals and stuff and burning them at all types of temperatures. And she's finding that in the hottest of hottest, where her house was not burning at, bone doesn't fucking, it's not going anywhere. So she takes that to the cops. And the cops are like, I don't know that. Look, your kid's burned in the house fire, accept it. And she's like, I will not accept this. I'm getting a fucking private investigator. Y'all are slacking, okay? So, hold on. Let me find where it was. Okay. Okay, so, but the cop's like, but we think you're crazy, but we'll put out some feelers, okay? And the first guy that comes forward to say something hinky is the bus driver. And the bus driver says he was driving by and he saw something throwing fireballs at these people's house. And they even in the family started looking through the wreckage themselves, since the cops and fire department apparently did not want to help. And they found like rubber makings and stuff, and they take this in and they're like, oh yeah, that definitely could have been an incendiary object. And which, okay, rewind a little bit. Mom heard things hitting the roof, right? She heard that before being woken up fully by smoke and such. This obviously evidence something was hitting their roof. Bus driver says he saw fucking fireballs. Why would somebody be throwing fireballs at their house? But the cops are still like, meh, I don't know. You know, is it? And they're like, dude, what the hell? So, next page. Okay, so they found the incendiary. So, in the cops did kind of look into it. And they found the guys who stole the ladder. Okay. And there's two dudes. And they're claiming, yeah, okay, we stole the ladder. All right. We needed a ladder for our job. And we stole, when we were stealing the ladder, we cut the phone line. We cut that. But they didn't give a reason why. Just that they did it. One guy got completely away because he went to war. And the other guy did get convicted. But only of stealing the property. He was slightly, I won't say never, he was slightly questioned on whether he, took the kids or saw anything, set a fire. He was like, nah, definitely did not set any fucking fires. And they were like, hey, he didn't do it. I asked all the questions. I really leaned in there. So he, he went to jail for stealing their ladder. But apparently he said in jail he definitely did not start the fire. So, I don't know. I kind of believe it. But it's, oh my God, this is the dogs again. I thought I went around. I'm just going to keep dying, aren't I? I'm not dead. I'm not dead. What the hell hit me? Okay. Aid. I don't think I have any stim packs. Crap, I think I used it. Ooh. I got one stim pack left. Damn it. And today's physician. We'll use a super stim pack. Okay. Are these people? Where are my people? I hate when this game glitches like this. Okay. I'm coming in for you. I'm coming in. Fiends. You fiends. Okay. Right. Apparently there are people who aren't bad. Come here. Come here. Okay. What? Okay. Where are these lines? What are? Am I just not close enough to make them? It's the cows, isn't it? Damn it! It is. Well, that's. Yep. It's the cows. It's the cows. Never mind. Okay. So go down a little. Now, following the fire and the family making it very clear they do not at all believe their children died in this, and they get it out to media, and in a couple of days, a waitress comes forward and says, "Oh, I totally served those kids. They were with some dudes. They wouldn't let them talk, and they left in a car with Florida license plates." And then a couple days later, a couple hours from town, a hotel lady calls and she's like, "I think these kids were here. They were with 2 women and 2 dudes, and the dudes would not let them talk and yelled at the women in Italian for letting the kids, for me speaking to the children too much. They only stayed one night and they left, and I don't have any car information, unfortunately." So the family takes this as like, hello, see, I told you my family's not dead. Let me get away from these fiends. But once again, the cops are like, well, you know. So the private investigator ends up finding, well, they end up calling, okay. This all kind of, in the research I did, this was all a little jumbled. So first, the father ends up seeing, this is some years past now. And the father ends up seeing with only private investigators helping. The police are not helping because they're like, no, your family's dead. Your family's dead. Just accept it. And so the private investigator finds this girl in New York, and it was a yearbook. And the father is like, that's my fucking kid, bro. That is my kid. And the family would go to any length to find, like, any lead. They're jumping in the car and they're going. So he goes to New York to try to find this girl. And understandably, the school is like, you're not coming near this child. And I'm not going to tell you where she is. And no. And her parents are the same. Like, sir, I think not. And I know. I get it. I would too be like, I get where the school's coming from, for sure. And the parents, obviously. So we don't, it ended there. He couldn't find her. And all the adults in that child's life blocked the fuck out of him. So he just kind of had to let it go. So I totally get where they're coming from. Absolutely. If some dude showed up at my kid's school and was like, that's my son, I'd be like, sir, no. Okay? But if I, as the parent, am coming to the school like, no, that's my fucking kid and she was kidnapped, I would have just sat quietly on a corner, watched the school till I saw the child, and then followed her home. Duh. Which would be super creepy, but, it'd get the job done. You could, meet her and stuff. It's New York. It's so fucking crowded. Nobody would even question it. Anyways, so after this incident, the family calls J. Edgar Hoover himself. Well, not officially. They called the, oh my God, who is shooting missiles at me? But they do call the FBI, and the FBI is like, yo, J. Edgar Hoover did right back and was like, yeah, we'll totally get involved, but we don't have jurisdiction, and I can't just walk up in this town. So you're going to have to get the cops to reopen the case and be okay with us being there. And the family's like, yes, bet, okay. So they go to their cops, and they're like, hey, the FBI want to help. Let's do this. And the cops are like, no thanks. We got it. Their kids are dead, And the FBI's like, sorry, we can't help. And ended that there. So, so then it kind of turns into, they get another, private investigator, and he gets the cops to start asking some more questions. Because he found the original, one of the original officers who were investigating the ashes had said, yes, there were bones there. So he was like, well, hold up. everyone was told there were no bones. Even the family was told there were no bones. So where was this information? So he goes back to the original, captain who was there. And, excuse me, my friend is here.